ES Audio.
Hello, I'm Mark Blunden, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, NASA's asteroid hit leaves a 6,000-mile-long trail of debris, but first, Twitter has confirmed that Elon Musk has offered to buy the company for a second time this year after he stalled amid claims about the amounts of bots on the platform. The social network said in a statement that it plans to agree to the offer at a little over $54 or £47 per share. The same price Musk previously put forward, making the total value of the deal at over £38 billion. But the most interesting development is actually Musk teasing what sounds like something from a Dave Eggers novel, the Everything app called X. The Tesla and SpaceX tycoon says that the Twitter deal is, as he describes it, the accelerant to creating X, the Everything app, which is reportedly similar to the Chinese WeChat Do Everything payment, messaging and social platform. Next, Apple's been put on notice by the European Union that its proprietary lightning charger cable must be a universal fitting that's compatible with other tech products. It comes after the EU voted to make USB-C connectors seen in Android devices as an industry standard by 2024. Now the new agreement also covers charging things like e-readers, phones, cameras and headphones, which also impacts the likes of Samsung. However, Apple says the ruling could stifle innovation and development. Now,
the world could always use more.
Big problems for Blizzard Entertainment for the launch of Overwatch 2 after the Gaming Corp's servers were hit by a distributed denial of service or DDoS attack. Overwatch's servers had already been down for over a day while they were readied for the game sequel. Blizzard boss Mike Ibarra tweeted they were suffering a mass DDoS attack on their servers, which he said was causing a lot of drop and connection issues. The shoot-'em-up sequel is meant to replace the original title, which has become hugely popular after launching 6 years ago. Scientists have used the most detailed supercomputer simulations yet to reveal an alternative explanation for the moon's origin. The study suggests a giant impact could have formed a moon-like body more rapidly, placing it into orbit around the Earth.
This was when an object the size of Mars smashed into the proto-Earth and lots of debris arose from that collision.
That's study co-author Dr. Vince Eek, who's Associate Professor at Durham University's Institute for Computational Cosmology. They used a huge supercomputer at Durham and a clever numerical code.
That if we put lots of particles in to represent the mass, then we can switch on physics and evolve these particles forward in time and make a map of how that material evolves with time.
The team are also working with NASA to look at understanding how the moons of Mars are formed.
We're also looking at the formation of the rings of Saturn. It's possible that icy moons might have collided to make some more diffuse debris that led to Saturn's rings. We're also looking at the core of Jupiter. One of my students in Durham is looking into that.
Staying with space, and the impact from NASA crashing a spacecraft into an asteroid has created a 6,000-mile-long trail of debris. Images from a telescope in Chile show the effects of the impact following the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART. It shows a tail created from dust and debris after the half-ton vending machine-sized spacecraft slammed into the asteroid Dimorphos at 15,000 miles per hour, which is 7 million miles away. The debris appears to be trailing away from the asteroid after the test meant to find out whether asteroids can be kept away from Earth if they pose an impact risk, which luckily Dimorphos did not. The Draconid meteor shower will be visible in the night sky and show shooting stars over the next 5 days. As the nights draw in, meteors will be seen with increasing intensity until Saturday, with Royal Museum's Greenwich saying the best time to see the display is in the evening after nightfall as opposed to the early hours. Let's go to the ads. Coming up, we look at how worm saliva breaks down polluting plastics. Plus, is your chippy using eco-friendly fish? Why not hit rate and follow in the meantime? Welcome back. Scientists at the Spanish National Research Council have discovered that worm saliva can be used to break down some of the most polluting plastics. Their study found that just an hour's worth of wax worm saliva being applied can degrade tough polyethylene as much as years of natural exposure to the elements. Researchers found enzymes are able to break down the hard polyethylene at just room temperature, and now it's hoped the findings could lead to fresh methods of beating plastic pollution. The Marine Conservation Society say more data is needed for better management of UK fisheries and for better monitoring of the health of fish populations.
More data is desperately needed, and one of the key things that we're calling for at the moment is for the government to do more when it comes to monitoring what's happening at sea.
That's Charlotte Coombs from the Marine Conservation Society. It's all in the new Good Fish Guide.
The Good Fish Guide is a traffic light guide to seafood sustainability in the UK, and we try to have a rating for everything that you can buy. And really, we're looking at all kinds of wild-caught and farmed seafood that you might be getting on supermarket shelves and in restaurants.
November will mark 2 years since the UK Fisheries Act was passed into law, and now the charity is calling for strengthening and protection of the Joint Fisheries Statement.
We will be keeping a close eye on how fish stocks are changing over the coming months and years, and keeping our waters healthy and of good quality is going to be crucial to protecting marine life around the UK.
And finally, he's the undisputed heavyweight of Alaska's Katmai National Park, and now Otis the brown bear has been crowned the biggest and best around at the 5th Fat Bear Week. Otis, weighing in at about 635 kilograms, has won the contest 4 times, but at 20 is feeling the competition from younger rivals who include 747. So big, this bear's named after the jumbo jet and is also known, of course, as Bear Force One. Otis is one of 12 bears rated in the competition held by the National Park Service and webcam streaming company Explore.org. Nearly 800,000 votes were cast from web watchers around the world. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for The Leader from the Evening Standard here in London. Tech and Science Daily is back on Thursday at 1 p.m.